Welcome to the Exit 58 podcast, a show about pop culture, tech, politics, and anything else they can come up with.
I am sitting in a studio. This feels weird.
You're a stranger in a strange land.
Yeah, where am I?
This is a radio station,
It is?
and this is a podcast.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Who is that, Rob?
I don't recognize him. He looks like the guy that used to host the show.
Hashtag stranger danger.
Yeah.
Call public safety. Get this vagrant out of here.
He looks like somebody that used to be on the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other guy was a better dresser.
Yeah.
You're the second person who said that today. Wow.
Well, I don't really mean it.
Is that from the Cosby collection that you're wearing there?
Someone else criticized my clothing today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Exit 58 podcast. I'm Derek. That's Rob, and that's Kaz.
Hey.
We are all back together for the first time in, about a month.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. It's been a long, arduous journey to get back to this point, but alas, here we are together again.
Yeah.
So how was your Christmas since you weren't here? We didn't get to talk since then, really.
I know.
Hey, it was easy. Was the door locked when you tried to get in here today?
I was easy to. I
It was
could
easy
get in
to get in
easy.
here, right? Yeah. How about that? Huh.
I trace that situation back to my inability to answer the phone. Had I answered the phone, all of this
Yeah.
would have been solved. I would have just told him to try one of the other doors.
So for those who are uninitiated, we did the Christmas Eve show. Rob, myself, Brother B, Bruce Hummer was there as well. Our good buddy Jay from Deptford filled in, and the Derek Lamont chair, because Derek Lamont was out gallivanting in Hawaii, sowing his wild oats or something like that out there.
Oh my! Were you doing that out there?
It was. Yeah, he was getting his lay on out there.
No, I did get a couple
you did
lays, so that's good.
And
no, I mean the
Okay, all right. And meanwhile, we are standing outside of a frigid Bozarth Hall on the campus of the Roan University, holding donuts and Christmas presents and coffees
Full
and
of
orange
cheer,
juice,
full of cheer.
cheers, Santa Claus hats, holly jolly, the whole 9 yards, and the key doesn't work. The foolproof key that Derek Lamont gave Sir Roberto here to get us into the building on Christmas Eve morning at 6:45, and we finally got in by the grace of God, because the key that Derek told Rob to throw in the trash because it was basically useless, he still kept against some bad advice, and that got us into the building, thankfully. By the time we figured out the technology that was apparently harpooned as well, we got on the air about 10 minutes late. But other than that, the show was very smooth. And I like how when Derek finally got out of bed to answer your text and phone calls, he pretty much pushed the blame onto you, like, well, did you try any of the other doors with that key?
Yeah.
Snotty. And then he came on the air and he sounded
snotty.
like...
It's accurate.
Snotty. And then
It's
he
fucking accurate. It's not snotty.
Whoa!
It's fucking accurate.
What kind of podcast is this turned
Well,
into? Exit 35 is going off the rail all of a sudden.
Exit 35.
I mean,
I think he's
episode
out.
35.
You're right. He is Exit 35. Exit 50 doesn't stand for that type of stuff.
Derek, we don't curse on this podcast. The
Yeah.
last time that we met...
Take your trash mouth down to Deptford. So he blames you for not trying other keys. In addition to that, he comes on the air. It sounds like he just, he just swaddled like a bullfrog. And then
You sounded like
off
hell.
the
not for
air.
nothing.
Then we, we're off the air. Music's playing. Christmas, joyous Christmas music celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior is playing. I asked Derek. I finally got a word in edgewise, because I'm running around trying to, keep the show on the air because he didn't give proper directions on how to access the computer system here. And I finally stopped to ask him. I said, "Boy, Jonesy, you sound terrible, buddy. You okay?" Like, "It's effing 2:30 in the morning out here." All right, Merry Christmas to you, Ebenezer.
How do you feel?
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah,
Welcome back,
good
buddy.
to see you.
It's good to have you here.
Good to have you
We
back on
missed
the
you.
show.
I like that sweater.
You got to edit
Is that an
out.
Apple Watch? That's nice.
It's Fitbit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fitbit.
Okay.
Yeah, don't edit that F word out, okay? I want people to know who the real Derek Lamont is.
No, I'm edited totally.
Oh, no, you
bleeping that out.
can't.
I'd have to.
Oh, shame on you.
I have to. I did enjoy your impersonation. I thought that was hilarious. I did, because that's not far off from what I sounded like. I didn't realize how badly I sounded.
Yeah, you sounded like you had like laryngitis or you were sick or something. You know, like maybe you caught a bug on the plane ride out there. I don't know what was going on with you. I was concerned.
Then when I went back and listened to the show, I was like, oh man, he's right. I sounded awful. I'm like, it sounded terrible.
We were worried. We were going to like call the government and say, we think he's hostage.
I did have a minor cold, but I didn't think it would translate into that. But yeah, it sounded like a roadkill, basically.
Yeah, you sounded bad.
Well,
you sound better now.
You do. You sound like your old self.
Thank you.
And this is episode 35.
Yeah. Episode 35.
Which is where you got the 35
That's
from.
where I got it from.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we're back in action.
Well, it's happy to be back. Yeah. I'm happy to be back in the States. And to answer your question, Christmas was weird because when you're in warm weather, Christmas kind of doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In theory, to folks who are on the West Coast, it just doesn't. It's not the same gritty feel that you feel here out on the East Coast. It just doesn't.
Did you miss us at all? I guess is the question.
I did. Yes, I did.
Because we have a typical tradition where we do the show. The show that we've been doing now for 19 years. And we typically go out afterwards, break bread together, have a good time.
Yeah.
This is the first year you missed it, and then I talked to you after the show.
Yeah.
And he was out there gallivanting in Hawaii in short sleeves.
What did you do on that day besides dipping your tootsies in the warm waters of Hawaii? What else did you do on that particular day while we were here giving the people of the South Jersey listening area and throughout the world on wgls.rowan.edu Christmas cheer? What were you doing?
Thank you.
I was on the treadmill listening to Patriots Bills. I was watching. Let's see what else. I watched a lot of football that day. I was on the beach.
He didn't miss us.
No.
This is.
I ate breakfast with the team.
This is a total lie. He didn't
Oh,
miss us
good.
at all.
I can watch football in peace. Celebrate Christmas my way.
I hiked to Diamond Head. I did do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything about. I thought about Kaz and thought about Rob and thought about
yeah.
podcasting and stuff like that.
Well, I missed you guys for sure.
Not as much as he misses Tivana, though.
Oh
my gosh.
Which, this is something I want to bring up because this has been kind of manifesting itself for quite some time, unbeknownst to you, Roberto, because you're not much of a Facebook guy.
Yeah.
And I've taken a few steps away from Facebook since the old Trumpster got into the White House because I couldn't take it anymore. It was just, the constant harpooning of Donald Trump, and a lot of it merited, but I don't want to read I want to go on Facebook to see, actually, I don't want to go on Facebook to see pictures of people's dopey kids and stuff like that. There's nothing for me in Facebook anymore, so I had to just discard the carcass and try and move away.
You're probably better off.
Yeah, I do check it every now and again for work purposes and things like that. But it was brought to my attention that our buddy over here was spouting a wet one over the fact that that Tivana at Deptford Mall closed, and he's this whole big,
What, he read a soliloquy?
Yeah, here, and I'm quoting now. Just rolled up. As if anyone rolls up to Tivana. Just rolled up to Tivana in Deptford, and they are closing, and then in all caps, tomorrow. The store is 98% empty. All they have left are boxes and teas nobody wants. I'm shook. As a devout tea drinker, this is troubling. They originally suspected a spring close. Go away, 2017.
Oh, no.
This is from December 30th. So I, getting a whiff of this, and it was told to me by an uninterested, I guess a quasi-interested party, saying, "What's Jones's deal?" I said, "I don't know. What are you talking about?" So I look at this. I go back. I break my...
Was he one of the co-hosts, by the way, on the Christmas Eve show?
I cannot tell you that. So I break my Facebook blackout, and I go out there, and I read this, and I write, I said, "Dude, as the great Vito Corleone once said, you can act like a man!" And I said, remember when you were this upset that you couldn't do the Christmas Eve show with Rob and me? Me neither. And then he couches the whole thing by saying, "Oh, that show's not responsible for my caffeine intake." Ha 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 ha.
Tivana, man. So Tivana was basically bought up by Starbucks, right?
Yes. Good. It has been absorbed.
And then, so fast forward to, I guess a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And this pansy persona of Derek on Facebook rears its head once again. "Dear football, I love you." And then in lavender font, "Best wishes, Derek." What the hell does that mean? You went with Froggy for almost a year, and you probably never used that word. But for football, you said, "I love you." When was the last time you told Rob that you loved him? or your brother, or your niece or nephew?
Oh
my God, all the
wow,
time.
this is getting deep.
All the time.
Wrong. So what is this Dear Football, I Love You, Best Wishes? What is that? What does that mean?
That was right after the Stephon Diggs play.
That was a hell of a weekend,
That
though.
was remarkable.
So you're sending a Valentine, essentially, to football?
So now, what will you do to get back to the Tivana thing? Though, what will you do now that Tivana is closed? So, what will your alternative be? What will you?
If you scroll down further in the comments of that one post,
Did somebody else
someone suggested a
He has a whole team of enablers on Facebook. Oh, yeah, Derek, you're right, but don't worry, they're still winning Christiana. I'll get it for you. Don't worry. Oh.
Wait, they're still around?
Yeah, they're still around. Yeah,
Just this particular store closed?
Yes. They're closing. They'll be done by midway this year.
Here's one of the responses from someone named Madison. It says, "Was your rude girlfriend there to serve tea?"
That's an inside joke.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
how inside is it?
Yeah, what's going on here?
How far inside are we talking?
I need
here?
to get on this Facebook thing.
No, you don't. Trust me.
Okay, but so where will you? So where will you now go to now to get your tea enjoyment? So
Adagio Teas.
what is that?
It's an online store.
Okay, so you'll order it now.
Yes.
Now you do brew your own at home, correct?
Yes,
You
correct.
if you go over to Derek's house, it looks like a science experiment on his kitchen counter,
It looks like something.
right? Because he's got like this bowl of something,
Right.
that looks like an aquarium and stuff is just like
Well,
floating
a
around.
bowl. Get a bowl. Cool.
But it does. It looks like you just have like the tetra fish of food, just kind of like floating around in this bowl.
That's not cool. When
Narc.
did you become someone's grandma? When did that happen?
What do you mean? When did I start drinking this stuff?
I don't know.
Or just-
This is like a whole culture. This is not just like you enjoy drinking tea. This has become like a I don't know, like a lifestyle change. Like you start wearing like silk robes and stuff like that too?
No. I just enjoy it. I just enjoy
You're gonna
it.
grow the just at least grow the mustache back. At least give us
No.
that.
Oh God, no.
At least give
Never.
us that. You're one of the few people on this globe who can actually, or flat plane, who can actually grow a thick, full, luscious-looking mustache, and yet you deny the rest of the world that for some petty reason.
Did
I
you
don't know
like
why.
that? You like that look though?
I loved that look. That's the Derek that I met and loved at the very beginning of my days here around.
The Billy D. Williams, Derek
that
Jones.
was great. It was distinctive. And like I said, some people I can't grow a nice mustache to save my life.
Yeah.
Most people can't.
Well, your beard's good though.
It's okay. It's all right.
No, I like it.
I-
You got it
I
cropped
would-
to the
but-
right length.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
That version of me.
It was iconic. And when you
It's
got rid of it,
iconic.
it lessens you a little bit.
no.
Okay. Well, that's my opinion.
I would like to, if I had my druthers,
Yeah.
I would do what he's doing.
No.
Like grow the beard.
Well, then do it. Then do it.
I
Then.
can't do it.
No.
I can't grow it in from the side. I don't know why. I just
Would you
can't
do
grow it in
like
from
the
side.
goatee?
Soul
Man,
patch.
I've done that on like summer vacations.
Ooh,
I
a
don't like
soul
it.
patch,
I
that's
don't
nice.
like.
How about a soul
I could see a
patch?
soul patch and like a
No.
what do the French wear? Like in those clubs where they have like the beatniks and stuff like that. What are those
you mean berets?
berets? I could see a beret on
Yeah,
you. And,
yeah.
and
I don't know about the beret.
And a
Yeah.
long cigarette holder.
cigarettes. Could you try saying that?
I don't know. I don't see the mustache. Maybe when I'm older, it will come back. But
Well, at least as far as I know,
Yeah.
At least Derek is talking about lifestyle changes and doing. Well, at least you haven't done the Tide Pod Challenge, have you?
no,
That's sweet.
no,
That's apparently
never.
sweeping the nation.
Yeah, what is this thing going on here?
This is people eating the pods, like these little square things that have fluid in them and detergent, all in like a little plastic encasing.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, how does it taste?
What is it?
I
Why
don't
are
know.
That was a
What?
test.
Tasting
That was
it?
a test.
No.
you bad. Why are people eating these things?
That's the mystery. I don't know why people.
It's the whole
are eating-
Jackass thing, right?
Probably.
The guy from What was that guy's name?
Oh, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, but aren't they all on hard times now? Like, aren't they all like in either rehabs or
One of the guys died.
one of the guys died?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
the price of infamy, I guess.
yeah,
right?
right. You're right though. That's probably the case that kids are trying these things just to get the popularity online. I
And
guess.
now YouTube and Google have outlawed all those videos. They basically treat them like snuff images now. You just can't show them because you don't want to encourage that. And they even have your boy Gronkowski, Derek, going out saying, no, don't eat that. That's bad for you. No.
So this is like the first. I heard a conversation the other day. Like this generation growing up now has grown up with social media. Like obviously we inherited it, but this is the first. This is just like one of many tricks that are going to go down, right? So we had our time and people were doing stupid stuff. It just wasn't online. This now will be something new where once the Tide Pods go away, it'll be something else. We're going to shift to a possible big interview.
Yes.
That we're going to be landing
really
here at the Exit 58.
big, real big.
Yeah.
Like husky almost.
Now, Kaz, this is a guy that I think, Kaz, we just got to release the cage. You know what I mean? We haven't talked about this. We're going to talk about this on mic. Do you mind if we do this, Derek? Or are you going to have stress about this?
You have to now.
Let's do it.
We're remixing the show a little bit, right?
Why?
We're going to try to... What?
How come?
Well, it's just
how deep into the weeds are we going to go?
We're not going to go that far.
Okay.
But we're going to remix the... We obviously lost a lot of friends. No, we're going to remix the show a little bit. All
those S-hole countries are no longer listening to us.
South Dakota is still not out there, I'm guessing. But we're going to remix the show. We're actually going to give you now more Exit 58, just what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
So post-Christmas, our gift to you.
You don't like us? Here's more.
Yeah, our gift to you in the new year is more of this. Yeah. So now you're going to get us every week, right?
Yes.
You're going to get an Exit 58 podcast this week. You're going to get more Exit 58, but it's going to be little snippets. So the weeks in between, it's kind of like a sample of
an
what
appetizer.
We do. Yeah. We don't know what that looks like yet, that show, but we'll talk about it post. But in an effort to kind of mix things up, we talked about doing some more interviews, possibly. Derek put the bait out, was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago?
Yeah, 3 days ago. Yeah.
To this man on Twitter that wore this bright red sweater. You might have remembered him from the gubernatorial elections back at the time?
I think it was one of the town halls, right?
Town hall.
I think it was the first debate.
Yeah.
First
for like mayor,
debate.
right? Wasn't it mayor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, not to draw this thing out too much,
yeah.
Derek floated this balloon out to Ken Bone.
To a balloon himself, Ken Bone.
To Ken Bone. And Ken Bone has decided he's game. And so we will be having on the future episode of the Exit 58 podcast.
Not after I just called him a balloon. He'll probably listen to this and say, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm fat too, Ken. It's okay. I'm allowed to.
So Ken Bone, who obviously drew some fame back in the presidential election time, is now coming on Exit 58 podcast. It's like Anderson Cooper style interview.
We are bringing him to the South Jersey listening area electronically. And we were talking about I guess through what means he will be joining us, and you guys think it'll be Skype?
I would think
so. We get to look at him while he's with us.
Yes.
Now, will he wear the red sweater?
Oh,
or maybe just
in the graphic that we post
a
online,
pair of
he
red,
will be.
or a pair of red briefs and nothing else, and red suspenders.
Well, it's his brand, though. He should.
It's his brand. For whatever it's worth now, it is his brand.
So how surprised were you? So Derek obviously did the social media outreach. How surprised were you yesterday when this all went down?
Oh, I was super surprised.
Did you go, woo?
Nature boy.
Yeah.
I think
get him next before he
did.
expires.
Oh.
Work on him next.
He would probably do it. He's selling his soul to everybody.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
But he'll want to get paid.
He's
though.
just glad to be alive.
He'll want to get paid.
Oh,
we
really?
can't play
Oh,
Nate.
we can't do that?
Nate doesn't do anything for free.
Really?
Yeah, there's no budget.
But you met his friend at the baseball game. Can you? We work through him. Do we have other channels to get to him?
He barely tolerates him.
What was that guy's name?
Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I don't think we're going to get it through
don't do
Tony.
that?
That's not
Okay.
the avenue. That's not the avenue to pursue.
all
It's
right.
not a bad avenue.
No.
But it's not the deal closer.
So the Bonester is going to be joining. He'll be coming off of Exit 58.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we give him like a mug or a T-shirt for coming on the show or something?
No,
Okay.
I'll see.
maybe a beer coaster. How about that?
What do we? Yeah, because what do we give him something?
For a Slim Fast.
He
put a
wears
Slim
it on
Fast
his next, well, he probably didn't interview anywhere else, but
What do you mean? There's probably other.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's done other interviews.
There's other podcasts that are reaching out to him. Now that they know what the formula is, just tweet him and he'll do it.
Yeah. This guy was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. He's big time.
so we're getting Kimmel style guests now in the
Yeah.
new Exit 58. This is like we rebranded this damn thing, and now it's going to be.
Yeah, but you realize this is not even sloppy seconds. This is like sloppy millionths at this point. Guys, if someone has a Campbell's soup can on the street, Ken would probably go on the other end of that and talking to it. Because to be honest,
Listen to Derek does not want to have any kind of reaction at all to this because he's going to do the outreach, and we get that. It's not that we're saying anything bad about Ken.
No, listen. Ken is an intriguing figure from the 2017 calendar year.
And he knows he's
election
polarizing,
cycle.
right?
What's that?
He knows he's polarizing.
Of course. Yeah, I think, and listen, with your fame comes that there's going to be haters, and they come at him all the time on Twitter. They did back when during his 15 minutes of fame. But listen, he's going to be treated with respect on this forum here until he says something stupid,
and then it's game on.
And then it's game on.
He'll get clapped up.
Yeah,
that's right. So that red sweater's going to be wet.
So we look out there. We want to make you a woke public. On the show, on the Exit 50A. So so that's what we're doing. Look, the new Exit 50A is basically bringing you some new stuff.
It's a new year, babe.
Yeah, it is.
New year, new me.
So game on.
Yep.
More Exit 50A, more.
The Bone Zone. How do you feel about that?
Someone's tweeted at us and said, "Welcome to the Bone Zone."
I can see the graphic.
How did you feel when you saw that tweet?
I felt a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. I was like, all right, let's not take it there. Thanks.
Yeah. I like this. He's come back from Hawaii with purpose.
Yeah,
He's driven now.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's crank to this next on segment here.
ICYMI. In case you missed it.
ICYMI. In case you missed it.
Alrighty then, we're back here, Exit 50A Podcast, episode 35, along with Derek and Roberto. I'm your buddy Kaz. We've arrived at the In Case You Missed It segment where we take a look around at some of the irreverent and crazy and wild news that maybe slipped under the radar, although this first story most certainly did not slip under the radar, and it involves everyone's favorite 45th president, Donald Trump. And he once, President Trump, had a porn star paramour spank him with a Forbes magazine cover featuring his picture, according to a bizarre email correspondence recently unearthed. The alleged former mistress, Stormy Daniels, made national headlines after it was reported that Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, paid Stormy $130,000 in October 2016 for her silence about the year-long affair with the Trumpster.
Now, is Stormy her birth name, by the way?
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The spanking was revealed in a string of emails obtained by the left-wing website Mother Jones, appropriately named, right? Andrea Dubé, a political consultant based in New Orleans and one of the email recipients, confirmed to the New York Daily News that the emails are, quote, 100% authentic. The correspondences date back to 2009 and concern a Louisiana Senate campaign that Daniels was considering at the time. Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, so no Stormy for her,
right.
had been asked by Dubé and another identified political consultant to scroll through her phone contacts and jot down all the wealthy people who might consider donating to the campaign. The list mostly included big shots from the porn industry, but among the dirty filmmakers was one name that stood out: Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump? Dubé wrote to the consultant in the email. In her cell phone? Yep, the other consultant replied. She says one time he made her sit with him for 3 hours watching Shark Week. Another time he had her spank him with a Forbes magazine. The consultant revealed that Clifford had told him the strange spanking session occurred while they were involved in a sexual relationship that began soon after they met during a golf tournament in July of 2006. The magazine that Trump asked Clifford to spank him with had his face on the cover. The 2006 fall Forbes cover also featured Ivanka and Donald Jr. on that very same cover. I kind of like this. This is kind of
well.
I gotta be
here's
honest,
what I don't
it's
understand.
Cool.
I don't understand. So was he at the time in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
With
Melania, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this is during a pregnancy. I saw that somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that didn't pass the sniff test there, Kyle. I was going to say, because if he did it when he wasn't in a relationship, then who cares?
You know what's funny though? So this is brought to light by a very reputable, the Mother Jones website, which we all know is, the Gospel of Luke.
Sure.
But so all this stuff.
Reputable as Joe Montana's right arm.
Yeah, that's right. Sister website of Mother Jones. So This apparently is big news, and it,
Yeah.
it matters. It's on, but like former presidents have done cocaine and blow and stuff like that. But it's like, oh, come on, stop. That's 1,000 years ago. So is this really is this affecting the Dow Jones? Is the Dow Jones at record numbers because he got spanked with Forbes magazine?
If it is, spank away. Then.
Yeah, right.
If that's the case, hit him again.
The fact that his face is on it though is a little bit troubling.
That's weird. There's some.
I want you to spank me with this man.
I'm
No, put that one down. That was
Derek did that with the calendar he was in.
Oh,
No, I did not. That is a falsehood.
Go get that Black Broadcaster magazine. Turn it to July. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And what do you mean you don't see me in there? I'm in there. Trust me. I'm next to in between the two Asians. I'm there. There's me and a bunch of minorities. Even
Did
though
you
I was
always
the
say
only
that,
black
Derek?
one there.
Huh?
Did you say that?
No, I most definitely did not.
All the other bad minorities were there, but I was one of the good ones. The one of the minorities that no one cares about. The ones that the census takers make us care about. But not me. Now spank me.
A British chain store issued a job posting seeking to fill an unusual position many might see as a dream job: chicken nugget taste tester.
I would love that job.
Yes, me. Oh, my God.
B&M, one of Britain's largest variety store chains, announced on its website that
I would
it
leave
is-
my family to move to Britain to do this. Is that bad?
No, Britain's amazing to begin with, but this job would just be icing on the cake.
Yeah, really.
You guys went to McDonald's when you were over there. Did they have McNuggets there? You order chicken McNuggets from? I'm sorry, Mr. Stockholder over here who binged on one whole hamburger.
2 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row.
I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I was too busy talking to the cop and saying, he was like, so what are you here? What are you here for?
You're talking to the
Bobby.
Bobby. You're talking
Why
to-
are you here, chap? And I was like, oh, my drunk friend over there is getting a hamburger.
I vaguely
Jolly good.
remember. I vaguely remember it being there. I want to say it was. I can't imagine it wasn't.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So B&M announced on its website that it's seeking a chicken nugget connoisseur to taste test the chicken nuggets for its new line of store brand frozen and fresh foods. The posting lists relevant experience for applicants, including getting a 20-piece McNugget from McDonald's and keeping them all for yourself.
Is that a bad thing? I thought.
No, I don't
They come
see-
in one box. If you're, what's,
You got to eat them all.
That's for you, right?
Yeah, why would you? Yeah, I don't get that one.
Yeah.
Going to an event or party because there is free food.
I've done that.
Being the first in the office kitchen whenever someone says there's free cake.
I haven't done that because as an overweight person, I'm self-conscious about that. I'll wait till a few
You're not
people.
overweight. I don't know why you keep saying
Yeah,
you're
what are you
overweight.
talking about?
As someone who, yes, I am. I'm like the president. I'm borderline obese for my height. And now what? I don't want to be the first person in there because they only,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, look, the
Tubby's here,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Here
Yeah,
comes-
right. Oh, save some for us.
Yeah, okay,
right.
yeah,
exactly.
The winning applicant will be issued monthly $35 vouchers to spend on B&M's new line of frozen and fresh foods and will be asked to share their feedback with the B&M buying to help evolve the range.
What are we supposed to do with $35 a month, though?
Nothing. Buy more chicken nuggets.
Right.
That's all you're going to be able to do with those things.
Now, if you could have a job taste testing anything, any sort of food for a year, let's say, what would you choose? What thing do you love so much that you wouldn't mind taste testing it all the time?
Chick-fil-A.
That's good. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah, wow, for someone who hates that organization so much, you sure do.
For the Christian
yeah,
standard.
you sure do hate those Christians, but you'll eat their chicken, won't you?
Their food is delicious. That reminds me. I don't
My
think
favorite line, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My favorite line in this podcast ever has been Christian chicken. It's like,
Do they have the best nuggets, Derek? Chick-fil-A's I mean, they're technically not even nuggets. I mean, when you think of a chicken nugget, you think of what the ones at Burger
Yeah.
King and McDonald's looks like.
I
They're like
would-
chicken chunks. You know?
I would rather go with the classic McDonald's 20-piece.
More so than Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wendy's makes some good nuggets too.
I've not
You
had
ever
any
had the
nuggets.
Wendy's nuggets?
No, I've
Not
never
in a
had
while.
Oh, okay. We'll have to do a chicken nugget.
I like that.
Chicken nugget show.
See how things are born in the show?
it. Yes. There you
Yeah,
go.
for being hungry. So you would do Chick-fil-A? Anything in particular from Chick-fil-A, or just anything? Anything on the menu?
Any
have you had
sandwich.
Have you had the new spicy chicken at Chick-fil-A?
No,
Highly-
I've been
highly-
meaning to though.
I got the chicken strips.
Okay.
From the Christiana food court, and I first bit into it, and I was like, this is pretty. I guess it's hot, and then it hits you. This is actual. Genuine heat that Chick-fil-A is bringing to the table.
Really?
This is no namby-pamby.
wouldn't think they would be doing that.
Oh, no, they are. They're serious. They
Is
mean
it. Is it comparable level to Dr. Ali Hushman's hot sauce?
No. That you could see into the future when you eat the doctor's sauce. That's.
Do you know?
I'd rather eat a Tide Pod than eat that the Hushman sauce again. Jones, I don't know if you're a fan of this individual, Offset, the rapper. Are you familiar with him?
I am.
Who is he?
Yeah, well, he's a member of the hip hop group Migos. And he's issued a statement on Instagram after getting slammed recently for a homophobic lyric. The controversial lyric in question appears on YFN Lucci's. Is he related to Susan Lucci? Is YFN Lucci
cousin?
Okay,
Very distant.
the YFN Lucci new song called "Boss Life," which features Offset. In his verse on the track, Offset rhymes.
Oh, good. This is gonna be good, guys.
Pinky ring, crystal clear. 40K spent on my private leer. 60K solitaire. I cannot vibe with queers.
I think that's where the line came in that they're probably finding offensive.
The rapper's use of the term queers, a derogatory term for LGBTQ people, drew reproach from listeners and was perceived as gay bashing. In his apology, Offset claimed it wasn't meant to be homophobic, and he even screenshotted a dictionary definition of the word queer, which also means strange or peculiar, don't you know? In his apology, Offset wrote, quote, "I didn't write the line about gay people. I have said since before these issues that I got love for all people. My passion for fashion," oh, he's such a poet, "has led me to a lot of gay people around me who I have mad respect for, and we're very cool. So I am not in a place where I'm hating like that," end quote. The rapper added that he meant queer in a very different sense. Quote, "I don't mean someone who's gay. I mean lame people who film you, post it, and stalk you," end quote. Here's a question for you guys. And Rob, I take it you're probably not a hip-hop fan. You don't really listen to hip-hop, right?
No.
Jones, I know you're a hip-hop guy. I used to listen to a lot of hip-hop, and I don't listen to any new hip-hop like Drake and all these other fools.
Right.
I like hip-hop from when we were in college and high school and that kind of era. You know, Biggie and Dr. Dre and all. Has anyone demanded any public apologies from any of these guys for rapping about smacking his bitch and cop killer and KKK bitch and this bitch and in this bitch's face and all this other kind of stuff? But yeah, my man Offset says queer and like the whole friggin' world collapses. What's the Ice Cube talked about killing cops with shotguns for fun, and now he's on Are We There Yet? Daddy Show.
Well, look.
Are we there yet?
He's in sitcoms now, sipping Coors Light with a straw.
I don't want to trace everything back to the election, but because it happened before.
You will,
then.
though. Go ahead.
But I think everyone is in a mode right now to just. As soon as somebody does something that somebody doesn't like,
Offset must have voted for Trump. Are
I'm
you okay with that?
I'm not saying I agree with what.
Are you okay with
is.
that lyric? Are you offended by that lyric? Would that make you say, "Oh, wow, Offset, ooh, ah, ooh, ee, ooh, ah"? Step back, my man. If that's the worst thing Offset's saying, I think he's doing okay. He sounds like a choir boy compared to some of the past acts we've seen.
This is my problem. If you're going to pick on this, then you got to pick on 800 other things.
Of course.
I just think we're in this culture right now of
LGBTQ XYZ. That's what it is.
Everybody wants to finger point, and that's
the sensitivity is what bothers me. It's like we're sensitive to a lot of these different things, and it's just like I'm done with the sensitivity.
Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with who Migos is.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I don't know any of these people.
Let me see if I can.
Are they a 20th century masters? Can I buy their CD from Barnes and Noble?
Yes. They are you will not find that at CVS.
Is it the $5 bin?
Yeah,
Can I find that CD?
You will not find it there.
CVS.
Let's see if I can do this right.
Oh! All right, stop. Turn it off. Ken Bone's never coming on now. Forget it. Okay, all right. Get rid of this. Jeez.
I don't think
10cc didn't have to use that type of language in their songs to make a hit.
Now, is that Migos or Offset?
I think Migos is a group, is not a person.
Is a group. Offset is a person.
Like Amigos, like Migos.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Obviously,
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Was that Offset talking though?
Jones, and 15 seconds there, he did way worse than queer. He said N, F, and S.
Yeah.
Yes. He went through it.
He went through everything almost.
He went through the gamut of emotions. An Alabama man has been accused of repeatedly sexually molesting a horse after its owner believes she found evidence of his crimes left behind in a barn stall. 18-year-old Daniel Bennett is awaiting trial after he allegedly told Mobile County Sheriff's Office investigators he attempted to molest a horse. The owner of the 20-year-old steed told a local news station she found Bennett in the barn Thursday night after her dog's barking led her to the scene.
He's probably just celebrating the Crimson Tide victory.
Yeah.
There.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Owner Francine Janes and her husband, who was armed with a gun, reportedly found Bennett hiding in a barn stall. Upon being found, Janes said he told her that, quote, he likes horses. He wanted to pet the horse, end quote.
I like these horses. They're beautiful.
It's Michael?
God's creatures, and I just want to be near his spirit.
Bennett was reportedly held at gunpoint by Jane's husband until police arrived. Police reportedly discovered that Bennett had a trench coat with a burglar's tool in it.
And a copy of Cherry Pop.
Come here, orphan. What's your sign?
Can you feel a little love?
Janes doesn't believe this is the first time Bennett has inappropriately interacted with her horse. She told investigators she found what she believes to be evidence in Polly's stall multiple times throughout the month of December. According to Janes, quote, toilet paper had been left, the haystacks had been removed, items had been turned over, and that's as far as I want to go.
And there was also a 2006 issue of Forbes magazine found in the stall as well.
Woo, man.
Wow. He said to the horse when he walked in the barn, hey, why the long face?
Oh.
Here, you want some nice warm milk? Drink it out of my hand. Come here. What's your name, Polly? Come here, Polly. You know I have a monkey named Bubbles. He likes when I do. Don't be afraid. Don't kick. Don't make any noise. Oh, I hear some dogs barking. I love puppies. All the animals come to me. Come unto me, animals. Here, let me just put my toilet paper down right here.
A false missile alert, which is always a good thing to read about right here. A false missile alert caused the people of Hawaii to fear for their lives for almost 40 minutes on Saturday. And in those 40 minutes, Hawaiians did not seek comfort in pornography. On Wednesday, adult site Pornhub released its traffic patterns on the island. A friend of mine told me about the site. On the island from the time the bogus warning was issued.
Good friend of yours, right?
Yeah, good friend. Was issued to after the mistake was announced. Now, the alert was issued at approximately 8:07 a.m. By 8:23 a.m., Pornhub traffic in Hawaii dropped to 77% below average. Wow. What is going on out there in Hawaii?
Everyone's pulling their pants up and running for cover. Let's be honest.
Oh man.
Okay.
Getting the disinfectant wipes out, closing the laptop and running for cover.
Getting out of here. So the false alarm statement was then sent at 8:45 a.m., causing the site's traffic to rise again. 48%.
That wasn't the only thing that was rising.
Hello,
yes sir. Ken Bone.
Rim shot, please. Ken Bone.
Oh, yes sir.
Mahalo.
Pornhub has been trying to prove itself in the data visualization department. Really? In the data visualization department?
Yeah, they're a company.
So the site recently released its 2017 State of the Union featuring visual representations of each state's search patterns and average time spent on the site. This is getting better. While Hawaiians did not turn to adult content in the face of death, they certainly did turn to pornography in the face of celebration. Hawaiians collectively breathed a sigh of relief, the adult website said, of the accidental missile alert. Those seeking further relief headed back to Pornhub.
Because you have to console yourself after you're near brush with death.
Yeah.
By looking at, a threesome with mom and daughter.
Yeah. And a pizza boy.
I've heard such videos are on there, by the way.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Pizza boy.
They're thick they're really big plot lines, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm kind of curious on what kind of, I thought there'd be a breakdown here of what states do what here.
Oh, I would love to see that. And it's funny, and even getting back to the fact that this whole, a bogus missile thing happened, you missed that by a couple weeks.
Yeah. You sure
that could have
did.
been you out there
Yeah.
closing Pornhub up and running for cover.
I would not have been closing anything up.
You don't do that one? Which site do you use?
I'm not.
You're more of a you porn guy?
I'm not familiar with those websites, my friend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
X Hamster? Which one do you use?
Okay, I think you want to take a lock. Take a lock.
Our buddy John told me about all these sites.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Remember, I lived with him for a couple years.
You're right.
If you're on board for Amazon's monthly Prime membership, here's a bit of bad news. The company's bumping up pricing from $10.99 to $12.99 per month. Not the end of the world, of course, but that comes out to about $156 a year, a $24 increase over the old price. Amazon has confirmed the price increase with website TechCrunch and laid all of this out on its Prime page. It also handily points out if you bite the bullet and pay the $99 yearly fee, all up front, pricing will stay the same. In other words, the company would really like to just lock you up into that lump sum.
Of course they would.
Yes. The company settled on the yearly pricing back in 2014 when things went up by $20. The increase will also impact the company's newly introduced student pricing. That also gets an 18% increase, moving from $5.49 to $6.49. Like the standard Prime membership, the yearly fee is staying put at $49.
Why do students get a break on this? Why does a student?
I guess they
why does a
figured-
student need like a season 5 of the X-Files more than I do?
That might be that might be just Jeff Bezos trying to be,
I'm cool, man. I'm like
Yeah, exactly. Like trying to fit in with
free
the young
college.
crowd.
Yeah,
This is the
Yeah,
first.
right.
This is the first year. Actually, the first year. The first 2 months I'm experiencing Amazon Prime. I've not experienced anything like this in my life.
You love it, right?
I
Everyone who
love it.
has it swears by it.
I
That's
love.
good.
So I
No,
was.
you did the yearly thing. You're not doing month to
I
month.
did the yearly thing.
So you got your $99 taken care of.
Set. I'm
you get
set.
to stream
Because
shows
when I
and all-
initially started seeing this, I was like, well, that kind of sucks. It figures I'm late to the game on this,
Yeah.
and now it's going to go up, and I'm going to dump it because for me that wouldn't be worth it. But now I do the 99. It's totally worth it.
Now, do you use every aspect of it? Do you look at like the shows and movies and things like that, or you just use it for the shipping?
I haven't. I started to poke around a little bit because they do have it on Apple TV, like the Amazon Video app. So I like to see Veep, and I never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, and episodes of that are on there. So I am going back and trying those things. But if nothing else, dude, if I think about it that I need it, I just order it. So I don't even try to go to stores anymore. So I was always going out and get my whey protein. And having to go physically to the store to get it. Now, because there's no shipping cost with it, I just go like this. Add to cart, proceed to checkout, let's do it. And now they gave me a button for it. So now I have to hit it with this quick little fat button that sends it to me.
You on the Amazon train, Prime train there, Derek Lamont?
Yes, have been so for a couple years. I enjoy it greatly. And it comes in handy when you need some shipped.
Now, do you guys are you both Netflix people? Are you a Netflix person?
not,
Rob?
no.
Derek, I know you are.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, have you used the streaming through Prime for movies and shows and things like that?
A little bit.
Do you think that their selection is better than Netflix? Do you think Netflix is better? Netflix obviously has a lot more better original content.
I think
in my opinion.
I think the original content for Netflix is better. The selection for the other stuff, I think Amazon is a little bit better.
See, I would agree with that too. One show that I just dipped my foot into the water with is Black Mirror. Have you heard?
I've heard about that. I've heard
of it.
great
Yeah, I haven't
reviews
seen
about
it
this
yet.
show.
Oh boy! Well, going back a couple stories to the horse story, if you're going to watch the first episode of Black Mirror season 1, bundle up, as Kevin Harlan might say, because you're going to be thrown into the world of bestiality right away.
Oh, well, never mind.
The common bond, the common bond of this program. It's kind of like an Outer Limits Twilight Zone type of anthology series, and the common thread going through all the shows is it's looking at technology gone out of control. How mankind is really unable to harness all aspects of advances in the future technologically, social media, and all this kind of stuff, and how it kind of brings out the worst in man. So that's kind of what the show is all about. But man, I went into it because I one of my buddies said, "Hey, you got to check it out. You'd like those type of shows." I said, "Okay," 10 minutes into the first episode, I'm like, what did I just sign myself up for?
Yeah, it's a little dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever happened to like Three's Company hanging at the Regal Beagle? You know what I mean?
Hey, Larry was into some freaky stuff. All right? Larry had his own Forbes magazine in them
Hey,
days.
Jack, did you see them? Like, you know what? Like,
Hey, I got this busty nurse, Jack.
let's
Come
go
on, you
Regal
got a
Beagle.
sister. Yeah.
I don't know why we made him Dice Clay all of a sudden, but all of a sudden.
Don't you wish you had a Regal? You kind of your whole life is Regal Beagle.
I love the Regal Beagle. I would hang there.
You are the Regal Beagle.
am
Your
the
whole life's
Beagle.
the Regal Beagle.
So let me ask you a question quick on the subscription service here. So, because there has not been, in the shows that we've done so far, with this man across from us, there's not been a service that he has not said, no, I don't have
I know,
that.
you're so right.
So I want to, because you said, do you have Netflix? Yeah. Do you have Amazon Prime? Yep. Do you have HBO?
Yes.
Do you have Showtime?
Yes.
Do you have Pornhub?
No.
I could sneak that one in there. Yeah.
So what services don't your bills, if you add up all of these services,
Yes.
right? I'm going to put a graphic together of all your services with all the logos on it. And we're going to show what you have.
you put that
What
on
is your
Instagram?
monthly bill?
Yeah,
What is your
really.
monthly bill got to be if you add up all these services, Derek?
Well, I'll pay.
It's probably still less than his electric bill every month.
Michael Douglas's former employee has accused the actor of sexually harassing her and, oh boy, masturbating in front of her when she worked for the star in the late 1980s. Susan Brody. By the way, Michael Douglas, did you see them pull him out of the closet the other day?
No, that wasn't Michael
Oh,
Douglas.
who was that?
It was Kirk Douglas.
I'm getting so confused. By
No,
all
I
this.
knew exactly. I said, no, there's no way. I thought about you when I saw it. I said, I hope Rob's watching this because he's going to eat this
Oh, he
alive.
was like, he's a step above a French fry right now. It's a shame. The poor guy. Anyway, Susan Brody, my apologies, Mr. Douglas. Susan Brody, a journalist.
Which one?
Who worked for Douglas's production company, Stonebridge Productions, told the Hollywood Reporter the Fatal Attraction star sexually harassed her on multiple occasions. Said Brody, one screenwriter I hired asked if he could bring his daughter to meet Michael. Now, she asked Michael for a banana. Michael strode to me and said, so that only I could hear, yes. And then you can tell your friends you licked Michael Douglas's banana.
Derek, I've heard you use that line before.
I've never used it.
And then you used the banana for your cornflakes.
The journalist said she began wearing loose black clothing to work. Now, this seemed like a trap, right? This is like, what was the character in Star Wars? It's a trap.
Yeah, Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar. He, meaning Douglas, asked the producer, why does Susan dress like a pregnant nun? Oh. Another time, I laughed loudly.
That sounds like a future Fralinger New Year's theme.
Pregnant
nuns.
nuns.
Be pregnant nuns running around. All those beer bellies bouncing around.
Another time, I laughed loudly, and he shouted to a group of agents, oh, yeah, she's a screamer. I bet she screams in the sack, I protested. Please don't talk like that. It's inappropriate. This made him laugh until he got pink splotches on his cheeks. This is ridiculous. Wow. Brody said things
Gordon Gekko.
changed after. Yeah. Oh, now I know who he is. Yeah. Now I know who he is. Brody said things.
You know who he was before you were reading this?
No,
talking about Pee Wee
it's
Herman
just a
here.
guy playing another guy with masturbation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really, dime a dozen.
This is Hollywood. Lately, this is everybody.
Exactly, Trump's problem.
Yeah, Brody said things changed after she was at Douglas's apartment in 1989 trading ideas for a script. She claims the actor began masturbating in front of her. I'm not quite sure what that sound is. Is that your leaky pipes? Yeah. I peered at him, Douglas, and saw that he'd inserted both his hands into his unzipped pants. Brody wrote, I realized to my horror that he was rubbing his private parts. Within seconds, his voice cracked, and it appeared to me, well, he had the big
Maybe
nose.
he was stifling a sneeze. Maybe that's why.
That's what he was stifling a sneeze. Brody said,
Wait, it appeared that he had what?
he had an orgasm.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh, my.
Brody said she ran home and vowed to never
Did he excuse himself after that?
He says,
I would excuse myself to the restroom if that happened.
I need to go sample some chicken nuggets. Brody said she ran home and vowed to never be alone with the Wall Street actor again now. Following the alleged incident, Brody said her relationship with Douglas soured and she was let go in late 1989. Douglas reportedly asked Brody to sign a confidentiality agreement, but she did not. Can I say this? I mean,
This is what year? 1989.
1989.
Woman, what took you 30 years to come out with this?
It's interesting because Michael Douglas is a known Well, it has been alleged that he has sexual addiction problems. So, this is commonly known.
Well, he's in that wheelchair. I don't know how he's getting out.
He's a vegetable at this point. Yeah.
He said...
I apologize to Kirk Douglas for accusing him of being
How dare
this
you. A sexual deviant.
There was a story, I think it was this was around 2013, where he said that oral sex had caused him getting cancer.
Yes, I remember.
Is that possible? How does that happen? I don't know. Wait, you can get cancer from oral sex?
He had throat cancer, and he believed it was from oral
sex. Oh,
sex.
because you can get... Wait, so isn't there like a certain STD that could cause that potentially? Like a throat cancer?
I don't know.
I have to look. Google that during the break.
I'll Google that during the break. Yeah. We'll figure that out.
Get their Cracker Jack staff on that right away.
But so that's
How about that?
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Huh.
And that, my friends, is why I see why am I.
Wow, we just ended with a bang there.
We did.
Literally.
Yeah. That was a good one. We had some good stories in those.
Yes.
Good go on that one.
Fantastic job by the research team.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yep.
It's time to take a quick breather. When we come back, it'll be time to wrap it up here on the Exit 58 podcast.
For more of the Exit 58 podcast, head to SoundCloud.com and search Exit 58 podcast.
So as we wind on down here, episode 35 here, the Exit 58 podcast, Derek Kaz and Rob here, we debut a new segment. Now, we said earlier in the show, we're giving you more Exit 50A. Well, as a result, the typical time we do Off the Exit, it's really Off the Exit. So it really makes sense now. So Off the Exit will be our in-between weeks, because this is Exit 50A, and we did Off the Exit. See what we did there?
Yes.
You see that? Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's on board. So we have a new segment that we're debuting, right? So this last segment is going to kind of be free form, going to change on a regular basis. It's our new segment called Exit Poll, and basically, it's just going to be, we're going to ask you, the listeners out there, to interact with us and join us on our social media accounts on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. We'll put this stuff out there. So this week's Exit Poll features one of my favorite things. I love a donut. I don't know about you guys. I love a donut, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's a very personal thing between a man and a donut.
Donuts. Okay. Well, one of my favorites that I had for the first time, by the way, just last year.
Mm-hmm. I remember it vividly.
Was Krispy Kreme. Now, I'm a big fan of, we have a lot of great local bakeries here that have great donuts that we bring into work all the time. Freaking fantastic. But for a chain, Krispy Kreme, my first donut, it just melts. So what Krispy Kreme is doing is they're looking to solicit people to kind of give suggestions on the next donut, what flavor they would rather have them create
Nothing.
next.
We're done. We're done here.
I agree.
Yeah.
But for the
okay.
purposes of the segment,
to play along. Sorry.
It's exit poll. Remember, exit poll.
Gotcha.
So what we're going to do is toss out some of these flavors and see what you all think. So the four flavors that they're kind of ballyhooing about here are blueberry, caramel, maple, or lemon. Which deserves the grace of to grace the Krispy Kreme menu? Is it blueberry, caramel, maple, or lemon? What would you guys say?
I know who I'm eliminating from the outset.
Blueberry and lemon got to go.
Well, definitely lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon is a very overrated flavor in like pastries, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like to make lemon cake and lemon Danish. I mean, it's okay, but not my. It's more of like a refreshing, like summertimey type thing. I don't want to eat a lemon cake or donut, so I would eliminate the blueberry one. I could kind of now, if Krispy Kreme were to incorporate like the flavor of a blueberry muffin into their donut and have that texture, that would be John Blazin'.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to eliminate that one. I feel like caramel and maple may even be like too over the top sweet, because when Krispy Kreme does something, they do it to the nth degree. Yeah. Maple to me is a seasonal thing. I don't want to eat maple year round. If they incorporated bacon with the maple, maybe
that's not on here now, Cass.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, you can't do
okay, then I'm gonna actually
let's stick with the poll.
Believe it or not, I'm voting for my vote is for blueberry. I think. I'm going blueberry.
Derek?
It was between blueberry and caramel.
You're a big blueberry guy?
You are, which is why I can't believe you eliminated.
I thought that would be the one you want.
I'm not a big fan of the blueberry donut.
Okay.
But we're talking Krispy Kreme, though. Like, melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's true.
Remember Hot and Bothered?
All right, let's go with
explosion of taste in your mouth.
Let's go with that. I agree with your point about maple. I think maple.
Yeah, I think maple would
it's
be
like
too
pumpkin.
sweet.
It's like a seasonal thing. You eat it in
Yeah.
the fall. I don't eat that in August.
It would be between caramel and blueberry.
Yeah.
And I got to go with blueberry.
Yeah. I think I'm going caramel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't blame you for that.
Yeah, that's because I do like a sweet donut.
Now, would that have caramel frosting on top of it? I mean, what are we thinking here?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. See, my rationale is I like a jelly donut, which is really stacked. You know, I like a Smucker's jar stacked inside the donut.
That's the worst. That's my biggest complaint about the jelly donut as a species. Is you bite into the wrong end of it, and you get all dough, and then when you finally get to the jelly, half of it squirts out and goes all over your face, and there's not that much in there at that point.
Well, not at the local bakeries. If you get one of these local bakeries, it goes. It's
everywhere.
Yeah,
you need a beach towel to clean yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is going to do it. Exit 50A. It's called the Exit Poll. We're still learning the name here. It's called the Exit Poll. We're still learning.
You're the one who came up with the name. What do you mean you're still learning? Jeez.
Guy made this segment.
Well, I know. I created the segment.
Hashtagging it all day, and you forgot it.
Thing. So we're going to ask you, the listeners out there, what do you want the flavor to be? And so we encourage you to interact with us on our Twitter page, on our Facebook page, on what else, Derek, we have out there? We got Instagram, too.
Yes,
we can do polls on Instagram now?
Yes, you can do polls on Instagram stories, too, yes.
Are we on Pornhub?
No.
We are definitely not there.
We may be after the Ken Bone interview.
Can't wait.
He may get us into what was it? The Soda Pop website. Maybe he can get us some inroads. Canned soda. He can get us some inroads there.
Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong kind of soda.
I'm going to ask him about that. I'm going to jot that down.
It's going to be a fun time. Well, boys and girls, it is time to wrap up another episode of the Exit 50A podcast. Remember, consecutive weeks, back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
Here we go.
All the time. Exit 50A. More.
In your face. Yeah. In your eye.
No, the people are going to ingest Tide Pods more often now.
Listening to the show.
Just to kill the pain.
All right, have a good one, everybody. See ya.
Later days.